Hello, everybody. Welcome to What the Flock. My name is Valerie. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I'll get started with the song, and then I'll say hello to everybody. When you're lost in the darkness, it's all that's around you. An ocean of troubles, too painful to talk about. Alone with your demons, a maddening crowd, all shrouded in silence for crying out loud. When you're caught in a storm or a crisis of conscience, stuck in a spider web of all of the lies that you've strung all together, out of necessity to safeguard your heart in the face of adversity. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so I keep going and going and going. Keep getting closer and closer and closer. Keep moving faster and faster and faster, till I'm out of the dark and the trouble is over. When you're down for the count, you fold under pressure, over your head on the firing line. You fall through the cracks and there's no net below you, and time's both a thief and a thorn in your side. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so I keep going and going and going. Keep getting closer and closer and closer. Keep moving faster and faster and faster, till I'm out of the dark and the trouble is over. It could be a candle or maybe the sun, the end of a rainbow, the reflection of every star in the night sky, in an ocean of love to illuminate all that you need. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so we keep going and going and going. Keep getting closer and closer and closer. Keep moving faster and faster and faster, till I'm out of the dark and the trouble is over. Keep going and going and going, and keep getting closer and closer and closer, and keep moving faster and faster and faster, till we're out of the dark and the trouble is over. Alright, that's one I've been trying to record and I just cannot sing it right anytime. And that time was no exception. I messed up the lyrics again. But one time I'm going to get it all the way right. And it's going to be amazing. I want to say hello to everybody here. Oh, wow. So many people. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We have David, Live to Fly channel was first. Edward Richard. Mr. Smith. Limey Redneck. Pookie Ann. Ali Gratia. Adam Burse. Let's see. Mix Club. Tracking down a spider with your cat. That's a way to do it. Hugh Caldwell. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? And everybody. Okay, I think I got everybody. Oh, thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. So how's everybody doing today? What's everybody been up to this week? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I finished a new romper yesterday, which I was like, I don't know. I kind of made it at the end of last week, and then it took me forever to actually like hem the shorts of it. But thank you. I'm very excited. It's like my super most comfortable romper ever. And I think I'm going to, after wearing it now, I think I'm going to change the elastic and redo it. But that won't take very long. But yeah, but I really like it. it's just like, it's kind of plain, but I really like it. So I'm excited. I'm glad it's done because it's been like sitting here on my sewing machine all week. Yeah, I have a few little things to show you. So, but this is like the only thing that I did. I've been working on pedals all week a lot and going to the gym a lot. And, what else have I been doing? I've been reading a lot. So, I think if I made it in black, you would wear it. No, I'm kidding. You would like a custom romper. I don't know if one day I'll get there. I'm still working on my sewing technique. Some parts of it are better than other parts, but I think next time I'm going to make the straps a little bit wider. That would make me happy. And, I don't know. Otherwise so I kind of did the waist. Nobody cares about this. I kind of did the waistline. So there's this strap that goes around the whole top, and I made it one time, and then for some reason I sewed it together like a tube, and then I look at it, I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, you just fold it in half and sew it to this part. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So I was like, well, if I sew it to this, it'll be really short. And I was like, what the hell? So I decided I would make it the elasticy holder. You have to have an elasticy holder. But now the elasticy holder's too bulky. And I'm like, I don't need all this. So I think I'm going to take it off and cut it in half and sew it back. And then it will be perfection. That was too much information about it. Been reading a lot. About time to get my can moving. Have to walk in about 30. Glad you're getting out there. It is a rainy, stormy day today, and I'm just surprised it's not like, it was coming down. It was like that one day that I did the songwriting. Like, it was just, it was thundering and lightning all morning. So, Shazat, good to see you. Kurt's like, too much information. If you would like more information about things you don't care about, guess what, y'all? The sumo tournament started today. That's right, the No.62 coming out of Tokyo. First day was this morning. Well, for me, I watched it this morning. It was probably like 12 hours ago. Justine, great to see you. So yeah, it was awesome because I have so for sumo, it's just the first day. Already exciting. So here's your TMI for this part, Kurt, because again, nobody cares but me. but this is my show. So so the guy who won last tournament, he on the second to last day of the last tournament in March, he hurt his ankle, but he still fought the last day of the tournament and still won. So it was amazing. But he has not fought again since then, and he's been completely out. Didn't go to anything, and so now he's got his bum ankle, and so he's completely out of the tournament. So he went from winning the last tournament to he's going to drop out of the top division and be in Juryo, which is like the second division, which is fine, still good, but it's not on TV. I don't watch it. But that'll be for July, the next tournament. So he's completely out. So he might have come back. And anyway, so, and then Asanayama, who's he used to be an Ozeki, and he like broke some kind of COVID rule of something, and they dropped him all the way down to the very bottom floor of sumo. Like, they almost kicked him out, and said they dropped him all the way down. So he's inched back up, and now he's in Sanyaku, finally back. So it's like third division from the top. But he hurt his knee last tournament, and so he's out. And then now we have they brought a lot of people up that I've never seen before, and so there were some good fights, and then get to the top of the division, and so there's Ozeki that's just like second to top. All 4 Ozeki got beat today on the first day. What? And then Terunofuji, who's the Yokozuna, who's like the head guy, who's like the biggest, and he is the biggest guy too. He lost. And so like all the top actual ranked people all lost today. So that was pretty crazy. All right, that's all I got to say about Sumo. I'm going to say hello to Gary Hubbs. Everybody's like, shut up, Valerie. MPN 5150. I think about you every time I don't resolve my chords. Gary Hubbs, I loved your stream. I was lurking. Let's see. Steve-O, hello, happy Mother's Day. Let's see, do I miss anybody else? Curtis said hello, and I saw. Oh, Kelly, great to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I think I got everybody. So I'm going to go back to comments. I missed one from Adam. Okay. So Adam says, I'm happy. Mods have been made to the CAD drawing that he sent me and Richard at IYV did. And my guitar should be being made now. This is so excited. So if you haven't heard, Adam is getting a custom made 8-string guitar and it looks so cool. He sent me a picture of the drawing and like they were going to change a little bit of things about it. Like where, but he's really gets to say everything about this guitar, like every part of it. Adam is like gets to decide what it's going to be, and it's like this color and the dots are like on the outside and not on the fretboard, and the tuners are like this and the everything. So it's really cool to have like a guitar that's completely 1,000% what you want. And I mean, not that it's expensive, but it's not nearly the cost that I thought it would be, which to me is like amazing. Like, I mean, it's not cheap, but for what you're getting, I was just amazed. Like, you got a great thing going on with this, and I'm super excited for you to get it. And now it's gotta be crazy hard to wait for something like this. I'm so impatient, but yeah, I would be freaked out waiting. Okay, so Mr. Smith says, I've been getting ready for Depeche Mode stream on Tuesday and the Walter Mitty's Head stream on Wednesday. This is exciting too. If you, I'm sure you're all sub to Mr. Smith, but so Tuesday's stream is like, sometimes, he does different things. And this time it's all Depeche Mode. So I think that's going to be awesome. And then Wednesday, if you missed, there's a preview stream about Walter Mitty's Head, which is like a band that Mr. Smith works with, and so he's going to do all the sound engineering for it and stream it. So we will meet a new band, and wow, Adam, that it's only going to take you 2 months. That's so exciting. Okay, I'm going back all the way back to the end here just to put this one up. I've got 2 chats going on, so I see real time and 5 minutes ago. Wow, 2 months to get it I think that's fast for what you're getting. I think that's super fast. This is really cool. Okay, so I did see Gary. I saw spiders must not taste good. They went straight to the water bowl. Well, good job, Hunter Cat. You've got a good Hunter Cat. Oh no. Oh no. So this is a good question. It's probably going to be unplugged, but just because I haven't practiced anything. But does anybody have does anybody care? Is there a vote one way or the other? Because I don't know. But I do have some great electric guitars that I never play. But I hadn't thought about it, to be honest. I have a couple of songs I've picked, but I need to work on them still. Me too, Limey. And Limey, I got your email and I'm going to do that by tomorrow. I should do it tonight because it's the time difference. But I'm going to do it. David, we will see you soon. Robert Redmond, good to see you. I love Depeche Mode too. Isn't this cool? I mean, I'm a little jelly. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Hugh says, I'm recording again. Super pumped to be healthy and productive again. I love this, Hugh. That's so exciting. I'm really glad that you got both like technologically ready and health-wise ready. That's so cool. Some have had it back in a month. That is, okay, that's super fast. I thought it would be like 4 to 6 months or something. Okay, if we're here for either. And let's see. Today is Sunday. Yeah. I had a custom pizza made once. I don't think I've had anything custom made that's on that kind of scale. The most custom things I've ever had made on is like my tapestries. Though I didn't really pick it out. But they were made, well, this one actually wasn't made for me. This one I saw it and I was like, I love this one. But this one she did make just for me. And I just love it. Justine says, been listening to Depeche Mode since you were 12. That's what I feel like it was like, somewhere in there. Need to build up the cut. It took 40 minutes for the pizza. That's too long. Somebody please, oh good, dropped, thank you Gary for dropping Hugh's link. I forgot, like, I need to also subscribe to Hugh Hoffner. You just want to sit and not have something fall apart. Oh, I feel this. Hey, Starfish Troopers, good to see you. Okay, so I would love to play. Ooh, how cool would that be? That's definitely a bucket list kind of thing. So, okay, I'll start with, I'm like, things I bought this week. Well, I guess I bought it last week. Okay. Hey, Mrs. Metal, so good to see you. Oh, what you do is very important. I think you're yeah, I don't know about that. So, usually, story time. Here's more TMI. Usually when I'm traveling, I like to take my microphone, and it has a little stand that clips to the desk, and I have a Behringer interface, and it all connects to my computer. And then when I'm like, last time I was in India and stuff, I would record stuff. I did one of Mateus' songs while, with the setup in India. So I usually bring the whole freaking thing with me, which is great, but it also takes up a ton of room in my bag. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, this is probably not really sustainable. Plus, if I like mess anything up, it's a lot of really like expensive stuff. So I bought the Samsung USB Go mic. So I'll show the little box. And it's a condenser mic, a portable USB microphone. It's got 2 pickup patterns, so it can go cardioid or omnidirectional. It just has a USB interface thing. It shows it with a little cup of coffee next to your computer, which is what? I got a cup of coffee. So I have like everything but the Go mic. So I was very excited. I'm like, this is definitely what I need. And so you open the box, pretend that I didn't already open the box a couple days ago. And it's got this little tiny case. Like, look, how cute is that little case? And so, tiny little case. And the whole mic is this little mic. So check this out. Okay, so you have to unclip the thing, and then you go like this. And then this is the mic. Do, 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 do. So it either just like sits on something, or it clips onto like the top of your computer, which I don't actually have I don't have another camera set up, so we don't know. So pretend my notebook is a computer. And so it just clips on the top of it like this. And I think it's adorable. So it's so tiny. Look how tiny. And it also, just sits on the table or the desk. Okay. So I thought we would try to test it. And I was going to like, oh, I'll test it beforehand to make sure this works. It might not. I don't know. I didn't test this beforehand. So let's find out. So if you have headphones on, I'd take them off right now. Be careful, because I don't know how this is going to work. So I'll put this like down here. So it's about as far as it would be if I like had it set up. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go from right now. I'm on my audio input to this mic. I'm gonna switch to this other mic. So let's hope this works. It didn't work. Where'd it go? Where is it? Hold on, maybe I need to do something. Fail. Oh no, I see it. Oh, but I don't see it here. Huh. Let's see if I do this. Okay, here it is. So I have turned off this mic and I'm just going through this other mic. Can you hear me? I feel like I'm a little low, according to the thing. Waiting for a confirmation that there's any audio happening. But now it's just, oops. Oh, it's okay, it's way low. So I had it on 10 dB, so this is just me talking. So, okay, so now I have it on bigger, but it's a little farther. You know, it's about as far away as it'd be. So it's a little tiny mic, and it worked okay when I was trying to do oh, I know why it's not. My other mic has a compression on it, and so it's up 10 more dB. Yeah, it needs more gain in OBS completely. So I have to get the settings right for OBS, but it will, I wonder if this will work. Okay, so now I'm back in the other mic. Okay, so this one has the same settings, everything. So now I'm back onto this mic, and it should be a little bit it should be less difference between these two mics now. And they're at the same place in my head, which probably makes a big difference. So I think compared to taking this mic, and now it's too loud, taking this mic and this thing and the interface, it's going to be better. Let me go back. Okay, this one's set up for this. We're doing this one now. The compression is too much when it's close. Yeah. Now it's too loud. I told you to take off your headphones. I told you. But it's I did some recording of songs using it, and it was and it came out pretty close to this, really. It wasn't that far away. And oh yeah, it was $29.99, y'all. $29 plus that and shipping, everything, $29.99. So I am gonna, so if I mess that up on a trip, then it's not such a bad thing. Okay, so I missed a whole bunch of things that happened. Good show on Sunday. Thank you, David. Robert. Well, I have a lot of family there, Robert. I wasn't really by myself. You have to have, it's just like any place, you have to have power. What do you call those things? Like you have a power brick thing, and you have to, so the plug changes the plug to the other plug. Our plug goes into their plug and goes into their wall. And there's some things I guess you probably can't, but computer stuff is pretty universal. So, and it's not as hard as you think, I don't think. You can't do hair dryers. The hair dryer technology is not there. Hugh got a nice Lewitt condenser mic. Ooh. Right? You got to keep the coffee away from the computer. Yeah, it feels like this because it's so tiny. That's what I think. I like tiny things like that. Robert says it's a perfect day in Minnesota. Sunny, no clouds, perfect temperature. Here is cold and rainy and overcast, and it was thundering until it just when I stopped. No, I'm missing the thing about, hey, Keith H telling me it's low. You were right. I forgot that I have to turn on the OBS gain edition. Okay. At some point it got to okay. But yeah, for $29.99, I think that's really the star of the show here, cuz $29.99. And it's cute. Mics are fun. I can do a full set, but will you have for the... Well, what? Mark, good to see you. You like the Robert likes the thunderstorms. I don't mind them. I was worried that it would be loud, and I'm kind of glad that it stopped before I started streaming. Okay. More stuff I got in the mail this week. This came from Canada. Hey, Perpetual Platypussy, so good to see you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Adapter for outlets. You can do music, but your hair will be frizzy because there's no hairdryer. I'm so bad about using a hairdryer, Allie, as you can tell by my wet hair. I do have one. I'm stupid. Okay, here's Perpetual Platypussy. So this week just yesterday, I got the sweetest gift from Preston Smith Music. So if anybody who's a mod can put out Preston Smith Music's link, so just in case you're not subscribed, he does at least once a week, maybe twice a week, some live streams where he plays along, I think mostly rhythm guitar, electric guitar, with really popular songs. So he's good to check out. So he also is an artist and a maker of things, and he sent me these sweetest things. These are guitar picks that he made out of wood. So look at this one. Look how pretty this grain is on that. And then it's a little thick. I don't know if I've ever used oh my gosh, Mr. Smith, this is exciting. An air ambulance has just landed in the front car park. We'll get some footage. You have the most exciting little block. Michael Songs, good to see you. Go call your mama. Hope you're doing well. And I was listening to your stream. It sounded good. Hot in Oregon. I wish it was hot here. Can you see the Aurora Borealis? I was going to go out last week and try to look for it, but I went to sleep because I'm lazy. So here's the next one. So this one's a little bit more like a jazz pick size. And then it's also got a really pretty grain. I wish I knew what wood types were. And so that's this one. And that's really cool. And then there's a third one that's lighter wood. That's like this. So all these were made by Preston Smith. And that is not capturing the camera at all. How do you do this? This is why they do this? I don't even know. Like, why did... Okay. I don't know. Oh, there. That kind of gets it. Focusing is hard. So these are really great. I think I would use them more on an electric guitar. But I need to try them out. But it's just the sweetest thing. I really appreciate Preston. And then that wasn't everything that came in there. Preston's wife, Maggie, is a artist too. And she made me these earrings. So here is one pair of earrings. And they're beaded hoops, which I really loved. Like all the different beads on them. It's really pretty. And then these, I think these ones are my favorite because I just love red. And so red with silver sparkle they have little diamondy sparkles on them too. And these are easier to get on and off. So
Yeah. So aren't those cute? I like these. And they kind of match my top. And they'll match my red dress. A non-mouse, if you're here listening, that I spent too much money on. Hey, Urban, good to see you. So, yeah. So these were Preston Smith's wife, Maggie, made these. Super cute. So thank you so much, Preston and Maggie. And it was just really sweet to see that in my mailbox. And I don't want to mess them up. Okay. So I think that's all of my show and tells I have for today. But I gotta put them here so I don't mess everything up. Earring hole, y'all. Earring hole. That's what I'm saying. How sweet was that? Oh, the radiation is insane right now. Is that because of the storm? Or just in general? So hello to E. Urban. What up, y'all? 19. Yeah, piercing holes. 19. That's a lot. I had two in each ear here, but the one it just scarred. It has a scar, you can see it, but I don't think I could get an earring through there. So I've only really used the one. But I tried to do like the one here when I was a teenager, and the little top one, but that didn't last long. I realized that I use this ear to talk on the phone. I'm a very left ear person on the phone. Like I can barely do the right ear. I'm always do the left ear. And for some reason, that's what I did all the weird piercings on. Okay, solar flare radiation levels are really high, like getting x-rays. Wow, I had not heard about this. Justine says her earrings holes also healed back up. They do pretty quick. This is Gary took the words right out of my mouth. Wow, Allie still has 13 piercings. That's a lot. Robert's son. Hey, Robert, how's your son doing? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I guess I don't know if you have more than one son, too. Is this your saving money on x-rays? Thanks, Allie, for the great idea you gave Rhett. Your son is the same. They're keeping him very sedated, and he isn't awake. Oh, that's really rough. Big love to you, and I hope that he is getting just good rest and good recovery, and they're taking good care of him, too. Only one son. Oh. Well, definitely will we keep praying for him. That's, that is really tough. His, Robert's son was in an accident. Man, it's been over a week now and has been in the hospital, and they're keeping him unconscious, I think, to help with the healing, but it's yeah. Okay. Ryan Hall, good to see you. I hope you're having a good Mother's Day. Mother's Day is hard. I think it's hard for a lot of people, but I think it's both hard if you are a mom and you're not with your kids, and it's hard if you're estranged from your mom or your mom has passed away, and it's so I think it's hard for a lot of people, but big love to all of y'all, because it's a special day, and big love, congratulations to all the moms out there who I hope you're having a good day. And yeah, Allie gets me. It's a little rough. Oh, and Robert's son's name is Ben. So keep that in your prayers. Kurt's doing his own self-piercing with safety pins. This is, as long as, I guess, if you've had a tetanus shot, maybe, then this is okay. But I don't know. Mateus, good to see you. Is it Mother's Day in Poland? I would guess not, but just curious. Also, congratulations on the Mavericks win yesterday. That was very exciting. I think Dallas is like up 2-1, I think, and we're down one. We're down the same amount, 1-2. Sith, good morning. Oh, hope you got some good sleep. Aw, Rhett called the ex-wife and told her thank you and nothing stupid. She got off lucky one day of the year. We were good for you, Rhett, for just being sweet and not saying anything to provoke her. Not that you would. I missed one. Allie's also like, yep, safety pins, high school class. It was in 1986, things were different. Let's see. I'm kind of excited to see when Mr. Smith comes back from I'm assuming, was it a helicopter? Is that what that is? And that's what it is in my world. That was what my thought was. But sometimes British people say words and they're not the word I think they are. Oh, a lighter and a safety pin. Oh, so the lighter makes it all hygienic. They hadn't invented... Tetanus hadn't been invented yet, Kurt. Not in the 80s. We didn't have this tetanus. Sith was trying to see the Aurora Borealis, but didn't see nothing, just pics. Yeah, I saw one friend took a photo in Longmont, which is like 10 miles north of me, and they took a picture, and in the picture you can kind of see it, like it's a little colorful and you can see some streaks, and I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, you saw this in Longmont? Which they did, but they did it on one of those like a 3-second camera. I can't believe I can't think of the word right now. So, so you're getting the whole exposure for 3 seconds. There's a word for this. Maybe it's exposure, but there's another word for it too. But a 3-second exposure. And he said that he couldn't actually see it with his just naked eye. Like he had to take the picture in order to see it. And, so I didn't think it was. I was just asking. I think it was back in March if you're in UK. I don't know when it is in Australia. Platypussy, when is Mother's Day in Australia? I'm sorry for your heart attack. I hope you recover. At least you're young. Long exposure, overexposure. It's one of those things. And yeah, so it's I don't know if I missed it last night, something good. Because I don't think it was raining. I just went to bed. I was sleepy. Okay. Thank you, Limey. Steve-O says, my mom is gone, but I reminisce listening to her favorite musical artists and enjoying the memories we had in life, not the loss. She's waiting on me to join her in time. Oh, I love that. Steve-O, what were your mom's favorite musical artists? Allie went to try to see it and couldn't. Did he say chopper? I couldn't remember what word. I mean, I don't know. It could be something else. Could be a motorcycle. Could be a medic motorcycle. So we were talking about if you're piercing with a safety pin, might need a tetanus shot. That's all I was saying. Oh, I'm so sorry. Robert said he put a picture of Ben up and his grandchildren were angry, but showed him because it showed him in his hospital bed. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. You know, like, you don't know sometimes what's going to make somebody upset. And so I don't, but I hope that it all works out. I think it's hard when things like this are going on and, you know, everybody's already upset because, you know, just worried about Ben. So give it some time, but that's really rough. Hugh said there were great aurora views in Scotland. Did you get any photographs? Oh, air ambulance. Is that what I can't remember what he called it. He's going to come back and laugh at me. Yeah, maybe the shutter release. I don't know what I was trying to think of. So, this isn't for me. I met a dude in England and told him to come visit sometime. He showed up and stayed for 2 years. Mother's Day in Mexico was May 10th. That was a couple days ago. Oh, and it was yesterday also, which is today in Australia. So it's the same Mother's Day in Australia and here, except for that the days are different. Gary was ready to set up. Oh, I really thought you could see it in Canada. I was ready to set up my tripod and DSLR last night, but nothing to see. He kept telling me his mom lived in a simple detached flat. Yeah, I would also be like, I don't know what that is either, really. I do know that when I went, like I got a place to stay, like an Airbnb for when I'm going to the UK. And it's like garden views. And I got really excited, y'all. I was like, there's a garden. And I didn't understand that garden just meant backyard. There's no garden. It's a backyard. So I'm like, so I don't know. Are there people who don't have backyards? I don't know. But it's just I'm staying in somebody's backyard. I'm good with that. It'll be fun. But when I hear garden, I think flowers. Hey, Karen Reese, happy Mother's Day. I hope you're doing well. Sith says, how hard is it to etch petal enclosures? Well, let me talk incessantly about this, even though you just asked a simple question. It's really not that hard. There's a couple ways you can do it. There's actually one way you can do it where you don't even need anything that special. But the main parts of it are the way I'm doing it anyway. Like I create or draw out a resist, which I cut out of vinyl because I have a vinyl cutter. So I draw a picture and then I put it into my iPad and then put it in the vinyl cutter, cuts it out. And then I put that down and I take out all the part that I want to etch. And I put ferric chloride on it, which is a pretty strong acid. And between like 10 to 40 minutes, depending on how deep you want the etch, how dark you want it to be, and what the design is, all these things. You just kind of have to watch it. And you put a little bit of, I put a little water in my ferric chloride, and that somehow makes it react more to the aluminum. So this is an aluminum enclosure. And so, and then you just like wipe all that off and wash it off, and it's like, ta-da, it's done. And you could sand it down, but it's permanent. Like it's not going anywhere. It's not coming off. It's not paint or anything. Another way you can do this is with a 9-volt, really 2 9-volt batteries are better. If you have 18 volts, but 9 volts will do you. So again, you can make a resist just with tape, just with like masking tape or something. And so like you could draw it, put tape down, draw out your design, cut it out with a knife, and expose the parts that you want to etch and leave the parts covered that you don't want to etch. Then you get like a Q-tip and an alligator clip, and you connect or it could just be cotton, but Q-tips are like small and easy to manage. And you put the little lead on the one side, you put the lead on the battery, put the other part of the lead onto the case so it's grounded. And I would connect 2 batteries just to make it more powerful, but 1 battery will do it. And you dip that in like an acid solution, like lemon juice, and salt is a really good one. And you just dip it in there, and you go, and you just put you get it wet, and you put it onto the metal, onto the aluminum, and it will etch it. It'll etch it pretty good. This works really well for like knives and things that you're just trying to etch a tiny thing. But you could do a whole petal. It just takes a little bit of time, and it's not going to be as deep or as dark, but it's going to be pretty good. And it looks pretty cool. Gives it a cool look, like almost a antique-y kind of an etch look. But it will, between the electricity and the lemon juice, it will burn off quite a bit of aluminum. So that's a fun one to do. And it's safe for kids even to do, because you can't really hurt yourself on it. All right. I don't know if that answered your question, but it's really not hard. It just helps to have a good resist. But so there's a lot of things you can use as resist. I've been using vinyl plastic because it's cheap and easy to get and easy to cut out and stuff. But you can use, like, cover the whole thing with beeswax and cut out what you don't want to use. And that works really well. Any kind of tape works really well. And what other? Even if you put down like a real thick paint, certain kinds of paint, inks will be good enough of a resist to protect the metal, and then you can go around. So you could use, it's not great, but if you use like one of those really good thick Sharpies that have a lot, not just like a dry Sharpie, but one that has a lot of stuff in it. So one of those, they're like paint Sharpies or something. And then you can cover that down, etch it off, but then you have to clean all the Sharpie off, which is a bitch. But sometimes you can just use like fingernail polish remover, sometimes works. I don't know. I hadn't had one in forever, and my doctor was just like, how long has it been? I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, how often do you cut yourself? And I'm like, oh yeah, every day on something. Every day. And she's like, do you work with a lot of metal? I'm like, oh yeah, quite a bit. So she made me get one. So a lot of our words in Australia are pilfered from England. We are convicts. Ha. I love that. Every time you go in, they give you one. Yeah. I felt like, okay, so Steve-O's mom's, these are my mom. Steve-O's mom's favorite songs are the Carpenter, or musical artists. The Carpenters, Neil Diamond, Waylon Jennings, and Ricky Nelson was her heartthrob. I love that. My mom loves the Carpenters too. Thank you, Karen. I just finished it yesterday, and it's and I have a whole bunch of this fabric left over. Like it was on clearance, and I bought the end of the bolt because it was so super cheap. Like they gave me the end of it for like $2 a yard, and I could not say no to this. And now I have way too much, so I think I'm gonna also make like a little dress or something. I'm excited. Uh-oh, I learned that word recently when I said it out loud, and someone was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, time lapse. I think that's what I was thinking, Keith. So Robert said he used, with the tripod and DSLR, he used to do some professional photography. I have a nice camera like that and tripod and stuff, and I feel sad that I don't use it enough. I enjoy it so much, but it's kind of, I think I'm lazy. It's just the thing, yeah. I'm like, I want to go take it out more and just take photos because I really do enjoy it. At some point, I did not want to get scolded, and you hid the fact that I was injured. You stabbed yourself with a rusty screwdriver, but oh my gosh, your foot was starting to rot. And you had to get 3 shots of penicillin for 15 days and 2 extra tetanus shots to reinforce my system. Oh my gosh, that is scary. I'm glad you finally said about it. I've done stupid, no, it's not that stupid, but I've made stupid mistakes where I got injured as a kid, and then I was like really afraid to say anything about it because I always got in trouble anytime I was sick or injured. they get mad at me. So I was never so. One time my friend Angie, she showed me where you spray hairspray on your hand and then you light it on fire, and it's supposed to just like, she did it and it just like went out really quick. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So Valerie went home and tried it, and I sprayed my hand with hairspray and I lit it on fire, and my hand just burned, and it just burned and burned and burned, and my hand was on fire. And I was like, this is bad. So I did get the fire out with the towel, and but it took me like, I don't think I said anything for like 4 or 5 days until a parent noticed my hand, all the skin was melted off my hand, and they were like, what did you do? And I got in trouble, but so I was right, I was gonna get in trouble for it, but I guess I could have like gotten in trouble and gotten burn cream earlier, because it did scar. An air ambulance is like an air guitar, you can't see it. We'll see if we get some footage of this. Okay. So Kurt lived on 40 acres in northern Michigan for years, and he saw the aurora borealis several times. That is so cool. Hey Chris, Covered by CQ is here. Great to see you. Yeah. I don't know if you mean the ferric chloride. The ferric chloride will give you a bad acid burn. And I think that might be what I did here. I have a burn on my wrist that's tiny, but it's been like a week and a half. And I'm not sure what I did, but I think that might be what it was. Is that I got it on me and I didn't notice. It didn't hurt though. Oh my gosh, the only shots, you get the B12 shots every week. That doesn't sound fun. So don't judge Australians on neighbors and fosters. I've never had a fosters, nor have I seen neighbors. So I don't know nothing. Oh, you're going to say, okay, cool. I still haven't checked that message. I really need to look at my messages. But, and no rush on, next Friday. That's actually good. I'll be out of town a little bit the next week, so even if it's the week after is cool. I am a bit of this. So I was at my parents' and found an etch and sketch in the shed hanging on a peg. And it still had something my boy did when he was about 5. That's pretty fun. I'm surprised it's still there. I give Valerie the win for reading my text. DC and Pete just look at it and go, okay. I read Rhett pretty well, I think. I'm also, between like not being a great speller, well, I'm okay speller, but I'm horrible at actual texting. Like if I'm on my phone, I will have to redo the chat thing like 4 times before it makes any sense. And then also the autocorrect. Why does autocorrect hate me? Autocorrect really, really hates me. I like that. I have bees. I just need to retrieve their wax. That's all. Protect the metal. Hey, Duffy. So good to see you. Yeah, I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I didn't say this. I didn't say this, Ryan. I said you could acid etch with lemon juice, and that's okay for kids. The lemon juice one. I wouldn't ferric chloride with my child unless you don't like them. Unless it's just a kid you don't want. Then yes. Poor Pete. Like, I don't know what to do about this. I'm playing tomorrow night. Or it'll be tomorrow morning for you. No, I don't know. I don't know what time it is. So it's like 3 a.m. right now for you. It will be. So it'll be tomorrow for me, Monday night at 7 p.m. my time. So 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I think it'll be at like 11 a.m. your time tomorrow. Maybe. Time is hard. Kurt's like, I got the tetanus shots. Oh, this is interesting. Mick said that he never chatted in a chat online before he met Pete. I even had my ex fix my spelling in emails. I'm gonna not read that one. I don't know if that last word is the word that you meant or not. It's so romantic. My bad. I just put that up. I didn't read. I didn't say it out loud, though. See, you didn't say anything either. You were caught grabbing oxygen for accent. You're like, you're going to get in trouble. Karen says she could take pictures all day long. My favorite thing to do. I really like doing it, too. I just feel sad that I don't take the time to do it. That's the thing. Like, get all the equipment and go do it. I really need to. Yeah, it was not my best moment, y'all. I was 13. I was stupid. Ashton got a steam burn from a teapot. It was about the size of a pinhead. He called me from the ER and I walked in. The doctor was even giggling. Duffy said he could see the aurora borealis in Texas, but it was pink. That's really cool. I didn't think you could see it from that far down there. Yeah, I didn't, even for Colorado, they only said you could see it the top third of the state. And here, like, you'd have to drive a little bit east of here. But there's so much light pollution, I was kind of not really sure if I would see it. I should have done it. Shouldn't have been such a wuss and going to sleep. Chris says some people are sensitive in their skin and some people aren't. I can hold hot things in my hand because you're ex-head chef. I cannot. Oh, I did see this. I don't know why I don't respond to messages. I did see this message, but you know what I did? I got one anyway, just because I was like wanting to see what it would happen. So I'm gonna just see what will happen, because I don't know. Also, I'm not even exactly sure how to put it into this case. The one I got is probably not the right kind. But it was the only kind they had. And it was really inexpensive. It wasn't, just to get the thing. But, like the female in XLR. But I'm kind of excited just the idea of it. And, because I think it's a good idea. I'm just not sure if it'll work or not. So we will find out in a little bit. Not immediately. It'll take me a while to get to that. Okay, so I'd sent that bit compressor to eUrban, and it does. I was like, even when I sent it to her, I was like, I don't know that you're gonna like this because it's a little wonked, but the pedal is right. It's just the design of the pedal is weird, so it's really noisy, super noisy. I couldn't handle it myself. It makes cool sounds, but it's super noisy. So she says, I'm gonna sample the noise the pedal makes. I love that. I had a speak and spell. That's a whole. So Gary, one of my ideas for a stream that I just want to watch it. I don't want to actually have to do anything about it. But I would like to have a stream where they have like they show, it's like speak and spell, but it's like they show a word on the screen. And we have like Hugh and Russ and maybe, I think Jade would be good at this, but you have like, people from different places, and then they have to say the word in their, in their accent, and we have to like try to, or it's like they say the word and we don't see it, and we have to decide if we can figure out what the word is. That'd be good. Be like, Russ is a word, and so it's like a game show. So it's like, can we understand what word this is? And my thing is that, because people always give Hugh a hard time about his accent, but personally, I can understand Hugh 30 times better than I can understand Russ. I hope you're listening, Russ. But I never know what Russ is saying. And also, if you turn on the closed captioning while Russ is speaking, it also has no idea what Russ is saying. So I don't know. I just think that would be a good. And Sith could be on it. It would be. Oh yeah, Imp. Imp would be great at that too. I love his accent. Yeah, phones are horrible at typing. Sis says, I don't notice until I cook in front of somebody. We stick our hand in the fire to flip over a tortilla. I would be burnt. Kurt says autocorrect sucks for blind folks. Right? You you really have to like double check what you're sending. Like you write it and it looks fine and then it changes right as you're pushing send. It chooses more interesting conversations. I like this. Mick says, when I'm in bed, I use speech to text. Oh, that was... The other person was Pole Vault. He's just from Texas. Pole Vault's accent is one of the best Texas accents of all time. It'll pick up the TV show along with my voice. That's pretty funny. Gary, get things moving for Mother's Day. Hope you have a great one. That was 5 minutes ago. I'm a little late. E-Urban is going to go to sample nature sounds at the park. I was just going to see if I could make a pedal that went for like maybe both mic and guitar, or like had both kind of inputs. I'm not sure why. I don't know why. It would be out to an amp because I didn't buy the other kind of XLR. I didn't think about that. I always go out to an amp. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. But I just want to see what I could make with it. Oh, the volume pot cuts out. Oh, this might just be a problem that happened during the transport then. I'll send you a message about how to fix that. You can fix that. You can fix this by yourself. So we'll just see if that works. Love hearing. Slimy says he loves hearing different accents. Scottish accents are the most popular globally. That's interesting. I'm talking about like what's the most popular. Ryan says in first grade he got knocked out with the eye with the baseball bat and my eye swelled shut for 4 weeks and your Marine dad was like, what a shiner, and your mom was mad. So Allie says, I get Hugh far more than Ryan. I understand Imp too. Like, I don't know if he's just trying really hard or what, but I don't have any problem understanding him at all, Emperism. The trick is just to listen to every other word. That's interesting. So E-Urban has a Zoom H5 and records all the random sounds of animals, people riding bikes, jogging, walking dogs, and everything is good for samples. That's pretty fun. If you're not following What's This Music on SoundCloud, E-Urban has been putting out a lot of songs. So check out, put out your link again. But What's This Music? Okay. Pole is being controlled by ants. This is true. So before they go into work, E-Urban records the mall parking garage. The ambience and the birds and cars are a fascinating combo. There's something about a parking garage that sounds really cool. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't even know what kind of what kind of effect I wanted to make. I just bought the thing and I was like, I don't know. It just seemed fun. Oh yeah, and then if it's what I think it is, it's probably a super easy fix. We can let's try that. Sometimes I wish I had more of a Hispanic accent. It only comes out when I'm tired. My accent definitely changes depending where I am or who I'm talking to. Like if I'm in Texas, I do have more of a Texas accent. Okay, here's what happened. There was an incident with a cyclist and they needed airlifting out. They will be okay though, according to the medics, and you got footage of air ambulance taking off from the car park. That's pretty fun. That's going to be good shot for something, you know. You could use it in like a music video or something. It'd be really cool. I'm glad everybody's okay though. So check out What's This on SoundCloud. Many vibes, good to see you. Happy Mama's Day to your mama. Oh, is this about getting, hold on. What were we talking about? You want a sampler. Oh, a Krog sampler. I don't know much about them. There's a class this fall that's about like making a synthesizer, and I'm kind of interested in because I was like, I've made something that's a little bit synthesizer-esque, uses synthesizer chip, but I don't know that it's exactly one. So I got one of those Rockstar video game. I don't know which one of these video games it was, but it has a guitar and it has the buttons up the neck of the little guitar, and it's an Ibanez branded guitar. It's pretty cute. So I put in a synthesizer chip and tried to figure out the correct resistors to get the notes up a scale. I was a little off, y'all. It's close, but it sounds really out of tune. But it has that like synthesizer-y, what's that, like video game kind of sound. So it's pretty cool. But it goes, so that's kind of like one a little bit, but it's such a basic level one. I wish I knew more about all those. Ooh, a talk box. Interesting. Ooh, sound sculpting sounds so fancy. I like sound sculpting. Isomatic, good to see you. Isomatic's been doing some good drum and bass live stream, like making beats and stuff. So if you're into making beats, and I forgot what program you use. It just slipped by me. It's not one that I use, so I was a little fascinated just by that too. But it's a good show, so check out at Isomatic for that. It's kind of like a guitar, kinda. It's basically that, a very out of tune guitar. And then I had to make a little preamp box so that you actually get the sound out of it. So it doesn't work by itself. You have to be plugged into this particular little amp box. You're moving into a new place. Oh, and you'll get to spin vinyl. This is cool. So E. Urban says strongly recommends getting an MPC. I have a little MPC one. Where the hell is it? I think it's under the couch. Like a little keyboard, and it's got like 8 pads on it, and then some little controls. And so it's like the most basic of all of the MPC keyboard things, but it's pretty fun. So Stio says Mr. Smith is now going to beat the drums to sound like an air ambulance taking off from a car park. That would be cool. Zach Thong, happy Mama's Day to your mom. I hope you're having a good day. Is it Mother's Day in Canada? I just assume it is, but I don't know. But happy day to your mom if it's not. I hope you're doing well. Oh, you use Fruity Loop Studio. Okay. Yeah. I hadn't, I hear people talking about it all the time, and I think yours was the first time I saw it being used. And I was like, oh, because it's pretty cool. And it's very similar to Logic, just in the layout. So I thought it was something I was like, I could figure this out. So, Urban sees Isomatic in Ave McCree's MPC streams. Ooh, I need a class to make MIDI controllers. That'd be cool. It was a jet turbine. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Hold on, this thing about Rhett, I missed it. It's not this one. I wasn't. You went to check on Graham and you walked to the side of the door jamb and knocked off your glucose meter off your arm. That sounds so painful. It might be, it's like an MPK 1. I feel like there's a 1 in it. But it's MPC. I don't know. Maybe it's MPK because that means keyboard, huh? Yeah, but it's like the littlest one. The plants are eating up all our free space. I bought this little bitty aloe vera plant, and it was just tiny. Like, it was a little tiny aloe vera plant, and it was so cute, and I put it on my bookshelf. I'm like, it's so tiny. Y'all, it's like 4 feet tall now, and it's huge, and I feel bad, but I don't want this huge-ass aloe vera plant. And I don't know what do you do when your aloe vera plant gets too big? Because I feel guilty, like I can't throw away a living plant, but at the same time, it's so huge. I don't want it. It's too big. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I feel bad. It's like you could sound like that. I went to this stream I went to the stream once because it was Mix Club when Mix Club's song got on it. I watched it that time. Use it on your cuts. I never remember this. I always just use Neosporin. I don't want to get cut so much. Can you freeze the aloe vera, or can you do something? Mini Vibes will take it. All right. Maybe if I can keep it until September 13th, then I will just bring it to you. It's just so big. Okay, I'll try to keep it alive until September 13th. It's huge. That's part of the thing is I need to replant it, and because it's still in the little baby jar. Now it's huge. So I do need to transplant it into something bigger. So it's smarted. Oh, I'm sorry, Rhett. For finger drumming, if you enjoy finger drumming, run an M-Audio trigger finger with FL Studio's MPC plugin. Interesting. You put it in Glad Wrap and freeze it. Repot it, split it, and give away the other plants. Maybe I could get just the middle of it. It grows so fast, so quickly. And now it's just too big. Ooh, Accent Nacho did a song about aloe. They're so funny. Ryan says you can take sprouts of it and repot it as a small plant, but you don't water it once a week, it won't grow so fast. Well, I'm the worst at watering it, y'all. If that plant gets watered twice a month, it's lucky. It's lucky. I am real bad about it. A massive storm just rolled in. I wonder if it's the one that just left here. That would be funny. The cat's learned a new word. Oh no. Yay, Mini Vibes. Okay, well that makes me feel better. I can do that. I will be strap the plant into the car. Or I don't know if I'm driving or if I'm flying. I'm flying, holding the plant. That would be pretty funny. I did get. I'm excited. I'm going to go see a concert with Pookie and Live to Fly covers, or Live to Fly channel. Forgot what you changed your name to again. But and I got a plane ticket for that. And I also am going to get one to go see Sisters of Mercy with Sith and hopefully Leela. But I didn't get the plane ticket yet because it said to wait, that it might lower in price. So that will be, if I do all those, that will be 5 trips I have for this year. And so that's a huge for me of traveling. So I'm pretty excited to do all these trips. And then I still got to go see E. Urban. Oh, I haven't got it yet, but in California there's a hotel that I'm thinking of staying at because it's by the Riverwalk, and one of the things that it says is that there's a parrot in the front lobby that's like lives there in the lobby, and everybody gave it a 5 stars, was like, and there's a parrot, so I'm pretty excited for the parrot. So anyone that lives in the States that wants the start of a dawn redwood tree. Wow. I thought it to be extinct. Oh, it was thought to be extinct. And he found them in the jungle in Japan in like the 50s. I'm assuming you didn't find them in the jungle in Japan in the 50s. Wow. Is this like a real California redwood tree? It's about 10 feet now. Wow. Oh, it's 100. It's about 100. What? You have 100-foot redwood tree? I'm very confused. That's huge. Next time you get in a plane, it's going to be Camp G. Does Camp G may have a plane? I don't know. I feel like it said that the price will probably go down. But it's not. It wasn't that much, but kind of cheap. When Dad planted it in the 70s, there was a register of all the ones that were planted in the U.S. And it looks kind of like a fern. Interesting. I want to see this. Okay, it looks like a fern. It's different. Yeah, send me a photo. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna say that yes, you probably ruined those birds forever, Urban. No doubt. No doubt. Ooh, I like frugal. You're right. Frugal does sound fancier than cheap. I'm frugal. That makes it seem like I don't waste money on crap, though, and I totally do. I totally waste money on crap. All the time. Can't help it. I so much would love to see the redwood trees in California. I think that would be amazing. Like to do where you get to drive through and they're all like, and there's one tree and you drive through the tree or something. That's pretty amazing. My band name shall be Ruined Bird. In honor of E. Urban. I love it. Yeah, damn Amazon. Amazon is also, I have a hard time. Because I'm like, that looks good. And especially, you know what Amazon does to me is they'll show you 12 of them and one will be like $1 cheaper. And I'm like, look at the deal I'm getting. It's $1 cheaper. And I don't need it. But it'll be here in 2 days. So I get excited. Extincted. I can't believe I got extinct out of that, Mateus. I'm so proud of myself. I think if Gary was still watching, he would also be proud of me. Because that was, that took me a minute. It's a great name for a band. Ruined Birds. Oh, the smell of the redwoods. Ooh, and you can drive through the trees. How far up? It's like, how far up into Northern California is it? I don't even know. Yay! It just came to me. I'm surprised because I was like, extinct. It took me a minute. That was a harder one than Rhett usually throws at me. Redwoods are also on Duffy's bucket list. And speaking of Gary G. May, Metal Fest is June 8th, so that's less than a month away. It's going to be amazing. That's so cool. So Camp G. May has streams every Saturday night. So, and you probably already know because there's always a lot of people there. But it's a really good one. And if you are somebody who likes to play music, then I think he just welcomes just about anybody to be on there. So from Sith to the Redwoods, it's about a 6-hour drive without traffic. So it's about a 12-hour drive on a regular, that's not at midnight. So a 6-hour drive is across I think you can get from London to Glasgow in 6 hours. Just saying, that's how far that is. It's across the whole of the UK or halfway across California. I've been looking a lot at maps. I've been planning out all the places I want to go. And did I tell you I don't know if I told you. So last week I was telling you about that I needed to go to the library and do some genealogy research to see what this hole was. I had a little hole in my grandparentage from the 13th to 14th. The dates didn't make sense, and it was either there's either a generation in between here or something's wrong, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I have to go to the library because they have the ancestry.com thing, and I'm again frugal, and I don't want to pay for that. So I went. So I was telling you, I'm I don't know whether to go to the big library that has it smells, or the little tiny library where there's no privacy. And so I picked the little library with no privacy because it's right by my studio, and I went to it, and I was like, oh, this will be great. And I don't know why I didn't think it also smelled bad, because y'all, it was horrible. People smell bad. And so there's two computers, and there's one that's kind of up high and one low, and so I'm at this low computer. And there's a woman next to me, and I mean, I'm not trying to judge her, but I think I should have maybe known by the shopping cart that was outside the door, and that she was the only person in the library at the time, that it was probably her shopping cart. And that was, outside. So, people have shopping carts. I'm not judging, but I'm kind of judging. But so she's at the computer doing her makeup. She's not using the computer. She's putting on makeup, and a lot of makeup, just so much, so many steps. It was one of those get ready with me's. So much makeup. So she's really piling on the makeup. And I get on the computer and I start looking up, and I was just trying to focus and block out. And she kept talking and she kept saying something, and I was trying to ignore her. And at one point she asked the librarian, hey, what did you do with the phone that I found last week, or something like this? That phone I found here last week. What did you do with it? And he said, oh, I turned it into the lost and found. And she's like, well, is it here? I need it back. And he's like, no, it wasn't your phone. And she says, oh, well, but I found it, finders keepers, and I want my phone back. And he's like, well, I sent it to the main library. That's where we send all our stuff. And she gets really mad. She starts yelling at him. And she's like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you took my phone. And then you took it to the man. You stole my phone from me. And I'm never doing a good thing again. Because, she just went off. She was just going off and off and off and off. And there'd been a guy sitting who'd come in and sat on the chair. And he was sitting in there in the chair. And he'd, right before this, had asked, how do I get to this street? And I was like, you go this way. So he left, and I guess she didn't realize he had left, because she turned around, she goes, it's his phone, and there's nobody sitting there anymore. And they're like, it was his phone, you should have given it back to him. And so she, it was a little crazy. And I'm just look forward, don't look over, and mind your business. But she was going off, and the librarian was just like, lady, it wasn't your phone, I'm not giving it to you. and she was muttering and muttering, and but she kind of calmed down, and she's still putting makeup on this whole time. And then she says, "Oh my gosh, the computer's not working anymore. I was signed in and now it's not signed in, and I can't believe it." And she went off about like it's not going off, like she can't use the computer. And the librarian's like, "Well, it times out after inactivity for like 10 minutes, and you have to log in." And so that she didn't have a library card and they had to log her in, and so she finally gets back on the computer and listens to videos, like is on, like it's loud, like not good music. I don't know what the hell it was, because it seemed like she was playing two things at once. It was very confusing, because there was like all of a sudden it was like there was a thing talking and there's music and they don't go together at all, and it was really hard. And then a guy came in with the dog, and the dog was really cute, but the dog liked me a lot, and I was like, I'm on the computer. I don't know, like it was a little like she was right here and the dog was right here, and I was just like, okay, I cannot get this done fast enough. So it was like, so trying to get all the computering done, but I did it, and I figured out that I had a wrong date for one of my, everybody in my family was named Francis or Richard or Edward. That's, yeah, all of them. So one of the Francises, I had the wrong date by like 20 years, and that made a big difference. And I was like, oh, this makes sense now. And then I found a record that showed like this guy was the son of this guy, and here was his birth date, and so it was like connected and it was real. So it felt good. And so now I have, and then I found some farther back. So now I found up to my 20th great grandfather on one side of the family, and it had where they lived. And so I've added that to one of the places I want to go visit, which is the places I want to go visit list is stupidly long. I don't have enough time to visit all these places, even if I did like 4 a day. But it's okay. I'll go for only 20 years off. We're talking about the 1500s. So it wasn't, and I got back to the 1200s. So I thought it was pretty good. So in addition to Metal Fest, there's also #Rave Fest. I didn't know about that. What month is that in? It's going to be hot today. Ooh. So Steve says north of Central California, but Central California is a sequoia, but that's another large tree. Oh, I wonder if I don't know the difference. I'll have to look. Okay, to San Mateo. I can take 7 to 9 hours overnight. During the day, it's 13 hours. Wow. Oh, Ryan says, didn't they find that the redwood trees are all one giant organism? That's really cool. It's like, there's a couple of things like that. Mushrooms and stuff. What do you think blether means? Does it mean to talk too much? Because that's what I would imagine it means. Let's see. Libraries smell like a gym, but with books. Yeah. I emailed you pics of my tree. I hope that's all that's attached. If not, delete anything else. Is it when folks complain about nothing? That's what I just did. It was a very, yeah, it was quite, it was some interesting, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was talk a lot. As if blessing with a lisp. Oh, okay. Emperism, so good to see you. Okay, I'm looking for what blether is. I feel like yeah, for me, I had actually quite a few little things that I changed. Well, I kind of have it's either they were born in either 1449 or 1452, because sometimes it's like their birth date or their baptism date or something like that. And I don't know. Many Vibes watched G-May on Saturday Night Live, got stoned, had munchies, and raided my kitchen. That sounds like a good Saturday night. Blether just means a good discussion. See, I thought it sounded a little negative. I would have thought it was a negative word. Cypress trees are also one big organism, and they're largest living being on Earth. Flock facts. Flock facts. Yeah, blather means to talk too much. I guess that's what I was thinking of instead of blether. Chicken wings always rock. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the word that was in my head. Oh my gosh, somebody's Wikipediaing it, because I don't think Rhett spelled any of these words. The Don redwood is a genus of fast-growing coniferous trees, one of 3 species of conifers known as redwoods. The living species, Metasequoia glyphostroboidus, is native to Lichuan. Is that a place? Is there a country I don't know about? I hate that happens. Oh, county. Okay, Lichuan County in Hubei Province, China. I had to go on. Although the shortest of the redwoods, it grows to be 165 feet in height. It's so tall. Hey, Lauren and Catherine, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What has been going on in your world? I don't know what kind of fancy libraries y'all got, but the ones I have access to smell more like a downtown hotel's loading dock. So you'll never see the 165 feet tall? That's pretty, 100 feet tall is very tall. Yeah, it is pretty crazy that they're all one big living thing. Talk. It's only talk. Arguments, agreements, advice, answers, articulate announcements. It's only talk. That's beautiful. Yeah, don't let the... Yeah. This is true, Kurt. This is very true. Our favorite candle scent is called Vintage Library. I would like to, I don't know. I think if I sent you a candle that smelled like my library, that it would not make it through customs. They would be like, this is something horrible. And yeah, I don't has that, but I kind of know what you mean about the smell of old books. Like there's like an old bookstore kind of scent that's really nice, but this is not that. This, so the little library, we have it's like one tiny little room library. It's about the size of my studio. It might be smaller than my studio, to be honest. It's really small. And it's just got 2 chairs and then 2 desks with chairs and then a librarian. Sometimes there's 2 librarians back there. Sometimes there's just one. And it's a place, it has like holds some books, mostly for kids. So that, if you're a kid, you can go in there and pick out a book. But for adults, it doesn't really have very many books. Only has hold checkout. So you get a book online and from another library, and they'll transport it over there, and then I can pick it up and not have to go to the big library because it's closer. But they're building a brand new library, maybe 2 blocks south of there, that's going to be really cool. It's going to be very big, but it's going to take another year to open. Look at you. You're such a poet. My library is not an old Carnegie library, but the Longmont Public Media where I go do different recording and stuff, it's an old Carnegie library. Like that's what it used to be. But then they built a new library. And this is just a place for recording. It has no books. It's a cool building though. It's a cool site. Old books have the best smell. I saw a candle called Carmen Miranda's Hat. I would think it smelled like bananas and pineapple or something like that. But it could smell like a head. Ooh, Old Books is a forest, flattened and chemically treated and inked. I love that. That's a really interesting thought. Yeah, the book smelled fine. It was the people. Look at E Urban. How far are we getting? Oh wow, we got to D. This is a good one. Kurt's smell especially good. Old vinyl has something similar too. There was that's one of the things when I'm going to be in the UK. There's going to be a record sale that I was like, I don't know. I can't figure out whether it's going to be cool or it's going to be silly. But and I don't even have a record player. I don't even really want to buy anything. I just want to go and look at the records because I do have that fascination just with like how they smell and look and the art of them and everything. Do they have a cafetorium scented candle that smells like the junior high cafeteria? Wow. I'm trying. I feel like I can. I feel like my junior high cafeteria smelled weirdly like Fritos. That was the thing I thought about it. Does the library have a separate lot for shopping carts? This one does not. No. All right, we got the D's. Double talk, double talk. Willie smells like must and patchouli. Somebody else is telling me they met Willie Nelson recently. Oh yeah, I'm not going to dox him, but yeah, I'm going to go to a Willie Nelson concert in August, but I don't think I'll get close to him to know. Many Vibes, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day to your mama. We got to the E's. Okay, so Sith says I got some really old records inherited from my grandma. Super thick and heavy. Oh, I love that. Then we got the E's. Elephant Talk. Ooh. This is pretty funny. I did hear about Gwyneth Paltrow's candle. I'm not going to make any comments. Oh, I love this. Ryan says a book is the gift you can open again and again forever. I love that. Allie's also heard about the candle. So the old vinyls from her grandma feel like glass almost. Mr. Smith said, so first there was a helicopter shaking the building and now it's thunder. You're having quite the day. Mixed Clip says Willie is about Graham's age. Isn't it amazing like that? I'm pretty excited. I've seen Willie Nelson before, and I've seen Bob Dylan before, but I've never seen John Mellencamp. And then there's another person opening who I don't actually know. I gotta like listen to them because I don't even know who they are. But it's gonna be cool. Duffy met Willie and gave him a joint. That is so cool. Did he smell like must and patchouli? Maybe we like bad smells. No, it's not. So I'll tell you, Mateus, it's not a bad smell. The thing I'm complaining about is in America, especially here, there's not a lot of places that people can go to that don't have a charge or don't have a cost. And the public libraries are one of the few places that anybody can go and hang out all day and they don't make you move away and you can just sit there all day long and no one will give you a hard time and it's welcoming and you can read books and magazines and stuff. So it's a nice place. But in that, we have a huge problem with homelessness in this area and in a lot of different areas, but especially here. We have a lot of people who don't have anywhere to be, and we don't have very many homeless shelters that open during the day. So my studio is across the street from one of our town homeless shelters. They don't open until 6 p.m. And they close at 8 a.m. So between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., they kick everybody out. And those people have nowhere to go all day. So they just kind of wander about and they try to find some place to hang out. And so these people have been, and some of them don't even get into the shelter because it's only so many people can fit in every night. And if you don't fit, you have to sleep outside and it can get cold. So it's just a horrible way to have to live because you don't have a house. And anyway, these people get into try to find some place to go, and one of those places to go is the library. And so it doesn't smell very nice because it's not there's not a lot of personal hygiene happening because of the way that this is set up. And I think even in the homeless shelter, I think they might charge to use the showers at this one. So it's not easy to have like a full bath, and like to get your clothes washed is really hard. And so there's just nowhere to go. So it ends up to where it smells more like stinky humans and not like college kids with in a library or something. So I don't know, in Poland we have this kind of issue, but because we don't have any kind of minimum income and we don't have much safety nets or anything. So it's as Mixed Club says, it smells like ass, and that's a little closer. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in the library as a child, and I grew up with a different like book smell but there were still homeless in the library when I was a kid too. So it wasn't as, there was a children's section and they weren't in the children's section. Because like they tried to keep adults out just in general. But yeah, I do think libraries have a good smell normally. And I think that is like old books and old, there is something very like Allie was saying, it's like a forest, or was Sith. One of y'all was saying, I guess it was Sith, was like that it's like a forest, and it really is that earthy kind of smell. It's really wonderful, but it's become something different here. So, so Duffy says Willie doesn't live too far from Dallas. That's cool, and man, he travels a lot. Like he tours a lot, especially for somebody that age. Smith says Frame by Frame is his favorite Crimson track. Was that whole thing a Crimson track? I thought I was giving E. Urban credit for poetry. So after I did actually look to see like flights to Poland are not as bad as I thought. It was not, I mean, they're a little more expensive than the UK, but it wasn't horribly more. Reserve 5 minutes of the following WTF to describe how bad our flight sounds. I doubt that. I doubt it. Yeah, it's like that. So Duffy said he smells like mostly sweat. It was after a show at a meet and greet at John T. Floor's Country Store in Helotes, Texas. Oh, that's so cool. Sis says in Southern California, the homeless situation is devastating. Yeah. Lauren says Willie popped in to play with the Pure Prairie League at the Little Bear. That's in Evergreen, right? Just outside of Denver. Duffy says that Dallas also has a lot of homeless. I used to live in Dallas too, Duffy. When I went to high school and college there, and it did back in the 90s too, so it's probably worse. Mixed Club says, I'm like John Wayne in the movie The Shootist. He said he was going to read a newspaper from front to back, and someday he will. Allie said the last house was across from our library. Same thing. Every ambulance and cops there. Crazy stuff happening nonstop. Yeah. We have for a town the small as Boulder. We have like one big library in the center of town, and then there's like 4 or 5 other little libraries in my vicinity, and then Longmont has a pretty big library too. So there's quite an option. They all smell the same. It wasn't as bad when you were a kid. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Kurt says it's a nostalgic scent for sure. And the alley was like literally every other day. I went to the library constantly when I was a kid. It was my favorite place. All right. King, yeah. That would be fun. Steve-O says Willie has always lived life on the road, and his home is Texas. His life is on the roads of the U.S. Ooh, I like that. All right, you're getting prepared for the discipline part, which will happen soon because I'm about done there. I got to go eat lunch. Kurt said he stood behind Andre the Giant at an airport in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh no, I didn't read the last part. Talk about BO. Oh no. Well, yeah, there's more of him to smell, I guess. Yeah, Andre the Giant was great. In Evergreen, when he lived in Evergreen. Oh, that's such a pretty place to be. Right? No, autocorrect is, yeah. Just horrible. Okay, I don't know if I've listened to this whole album. King Crimson Discipline. I'll have to check that one out. I know a little King Crimson, but not that much. Lauren says, my homeroom in 5th grade was the library. Oh, that's fun. In Poland, homeless stay away from the libraries. There's a belief reading there is obligatory. This is an interesting concept. Because, yeah, here, well, there's computers at the library, and you can just use the computer. And if there's not a line, you can kind of use it all day. But if there's a waiting list, you're supposed to use it for an hour, and then but you can get off it for 5 minutes and get back on it. So this is very interesting kind of idea, though, that you have to read. You can sleep in the library and they won't kick you out. You can. Maybe they're supposed to, but they don't. You can just sit there all day long. Oh, I used to have this huge fascination with Adrian Belew. I haven't listened to them in forever, though. All right, discipline is quality. I will check it out. I will not get high, but listen to it and see if I still enjoy it. I know that one. Okay, everybody. It is... Does anybody have a song they want to hear before I look at my book? That's a song I wrote because I don't want to get a copyright strike. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. Russ8889, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Pray, you got it. That's a good one. I was thinking about that one too today. I almost started with it. But I'm going to take a picture on tomorrow. So I will see you all tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, or Pookie Time. And I will be here. My lights changed, and they're too fast or something. I don't like them. So I'll have to figure that out. I accidentally pushed the button. But I will be here, and I'm going to try to take a picture, and I have Sail Away. I have to try to learn that today. So hopefully... Oh, Don't Dream It's Over. I'm going to forget that one. I was just listening to that. Okay. I will, I'm going to add that to the list of things to learn for tomorrow night. So I will be here, and nobody said anything, did they, about electric or acoustic? I don't think so. So it'll probably just be like this, because what's a better word for lazy? I'm stopping using cheap, and I'm going to say frugal, but what about lazy? Because it is a lot easier to play acoustic. Oh. Sail Away Like Crisscross. Is that what the one? Sailing Takes Me Away. That one. But now I want to do Sail Away Like Enya. I think I got them confused in my head, to be honest. Garfield is a word for lazy. No, it's not. Find the River. I'll put that on tomorrow. Energy efficient. I like that. I'm energy energy efficient. Here's pray.
I get on my knees at dusk and at dawn and offer my praise in words and in song. Confess to my grief, forgiveness I pray, just hoping that God will hear what I say. I pray for the lost, pray for the found, pray for the brave, pray for this town, pray for the sick, pray for peace. Pray to your God, pray for me. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. At night when I lay down to sleep, I pray to the Lord my soul to keep. And if I should die before I wake, I pray to the Lord my soul to take. I pray for the lost, pray for the found, pray for the brave, pray for this town, pray for the sick, pray for peace, pray to your gods, pray for me. Pray to the lights, oh, pray to the sound, pray to the sky, both feet on the ground. Pray for the dead, pray for the new, pray for me, and I'll pray for you. Hallelujah.
I was enjoying all of your words that were better than lazy, and y'all are right. I really like energy efficient, energy conserving. I think Garfield is right in the sense of I did eat lasagna last night, so that's not far off. Okay, so I'm going to do sailing. That's the sailing takes me away. Da-da-na-na-na. Like that one, I'm going to definitely do tomorrow night. Possibly Sail Away too, because I hadn't thought about that one, but that could be good. We'll find that one. Find the River. And I think that's all the ones I saw that were songs. I want to say thank you so much to Mr. Smith for gifting a membership. I'm so glad I went to Adam Burst. That's amazing. And if you are interested in a free membership, there's a little allow gifts button, which is, I think I also put it in the description of this, maybe, so that it's, if you allow gifts, then you can, next time somebody gives a free one, then you might get one. And I think I have some that I'm going to give out tomorrow that YouTube gave me to give away. So I'll be doing that for tomorrow night's Lies and Love Songs, where I will play, I wonder if my Adrian Belew song, I might do that too. But yeah, I'll play Filter Song and I'll play Crisscross, different Crisscross. I like Bone Idol. Unmotivated is pretty close. Yeah. I think energy efficient, energy conserving, that makes it sound positive. I can't be arsed if I was British. Bother me not. I like that. I like Russ's maximum results, least amount of effort. I like that. This calling in sick on your day off sounds like an Alanis Morissette song. That's what that was like. Isn't that the lyrics? Slothful. I feel like a sloth. That makes sense. Yeah, this is my issue. I'm like, I'll do that later. We call it Bone Idol. It sounds dirty. Pookie's really calling it. Yeah. Karen Reese, have a great day. Happy Mother's Day to you and all the other moms out there. And thank you so much for being there. I would eat I love Vietnamese, so I would eat there. Thank you, Mateus. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, tomorrow, Monday, Lies and Love songs. Mostly just, I don't know, songs. I just made up a name one time and I've stuck with it for way too long. So, Sis met the singer of Filter at a ministry concert. You meet all the coolest people. Thank you, Robert. I hope you have a great day too. Big love to you, and we'll be praying for Ben and the rest of your family. Ryan gets me. I feel like I need to put more Alanis Morissette in one of these shows, so someday I'm going to do that. Not tomorrow, but soon. Kurt says, love to all moms and stepmoms. You rock and love your children. That's funny. Okay, everybody, I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much for being here, for being awesome. And thanks, Mr. Smith, for the membership. And I really appreciate y'all just hanging out and being friends. And I hope you're having a great day. I can't even think of one. I like Bone Idol. It's funny still. And to everybody who I've ignored I'm not trying to ignore you, but I do owe a lot of you emails, and hopefully it'll be today, maybe. I say that a lot. Have a great day, Keith. Big love to y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow night. All right, bye, y'all.